Well, hello, Dr. Evans. I can honestly say now that we are doing so much digital learning, I feel like I can make a video in my sleep. I just want to thank you so much for this course. I have learned and grown immensely under your watch, so thank you for that. I want to start off by talking about the first part of the video, focusing on the learning leadership growth plan. I had made two goals. The first goal was to increase knowledge of teaching and learning. And the second knowledge goal was to increase motivating and mobilizing. And so the two goals throughout the first half of the year, the first half of this semester, really kind of melded together. I started off with having some behavior goals that I said I would analyze one grade level, but I really ended up doing it kindergarten, first, and second grade, looking at their data plan and thinking about what next steps they could be making to increase student achievement, and what practices did they think would lead to positive outcomes, and then create a goal based on data. And the one thing that we talked about as teams is that we have this time during the early intervention program, EIP, that is underutilized. And I charged them with really thinking about how they could use this time effectively when you've got the neediest students in the building, and you're supposed to be working with them. What are we doing to actually move them? And so that's where it kind of tied into my second goal, where I was saying that I would make a list of strengths for staff and begin aligning them with tasks that speak to those strengths, and include them in the decision making to make a change, and recognize and celebrate success of agreed on goals. This tied in nicely because I didn't tell them how to make EIP better. I said just make it happen. And we worked together to talk about which people on the team would be best at teaching our neediest students. And then we talked about, format it however you like, make the changes, and they were amazing. All three of the teams decided they wanted to have more than one EIP class, and that the other teachers were willing to have larger class sizes so that the teachers who pulled the neediest students would have small class sizes. They came to me weeks later and said, these three kids are amazing. They're on grade level now. Can we grab a different child? I said, you're in charge. Do what you need. And their results were astounding. In Gwinnett, we have we do a lot of data in Gwinnett. I'm sure you know that. We have what's called the line of regression based on our district assessments. And my first and second grade teams were the only teams in my building who were on or above the line of regression for the mid-year district assessments, both in literacy and math, when compared with other students in schools with the same free and reduced lunch rates as us. So we actually really had an opportunity to celebrate their success based on them using data to determine their next steps. It was so exciting. So as I think about end of course reflection here, and what I have learned or what's resonated with me, is I'm really good about doing everything myself. And so empowering them, instead of me coming up with a way to change EIP, them doing it was a really big shift for me. But also, as far as the actual course assignments, I like I said, we do a lot of data in Gwinnett. But what I really learned as we started talking about data intersections, I believe that one thing that you empower and you get teachers on board with you is through creating a sense of urgency. And so these data intersections really help me to be able to provide teachers with the information and help them to find the information they need to realize that there is a sense of urgency. The building is on fire for the kids who are below grade level at this time, and that we have all the data at our fingertips in order to know where they're struggling, and then to use that data to move them. Because we analyze data weekly in my school, I really am thinking more about the pieces that we're not doing, which are things like consistent common assessments and analyzing student work. I think we're analyzing the data, but are we looking at the work, reteaching, and then going back and teaching to a point of mastery? I think I've written that in a couple of assignments that we've had lately, because that's really heavy on my heart. Yes, we've looked at the data. We know who's failing. Ask anybody. We all know. But what are we doing about it? Are we continuing to use new strategies until we meet them? So I thank you so much for your time. I know that I will probably keep that PowerPoint that I created forever, because it has all the great websites, Georgia Insights, the DOE, all the different places that had data in a variety of different formats. SLDS, of course, we have that, straight through Gwinnett. But some of the websites that I haven't touched as much are right there within that one PowerPoint. So thank you for that project. I have learned so much. I hope you're staying home, staying safe, and I wish you all the best as we finish out this year. Thank you.